Hello YouTube, James Baker here, and today I want to talk to you about how to keep your LLC legally compliant in 2022. And this is a video for non-residents. It's a video for e-commerce people, drop shippers, digital service providers, digital marketers, people who are doing stuff on their computer with an LLC, getting paid directly to themselves, and not doing anything in the US. And this is a list of what you have to do to keep your LLC legally compliant in 2022 for my non-residents, for my people on my channel. I appreciate you all. And if you've been following me, you know that's really what I talk about and who I talk to. I'm talking to people outside the US who want to use US companies to be entrepreneurs, to grow their businesses, to create businesses. And I love talking about it. So I'm going to keep this video as short as possible because there's really only 3 things you have to do. But I'm also going to break it into 2 separate categories. So first, we have the single member LLC, and that means that there's one owner of the LLC. And then we have the multi-member LLC. That means there's at least 2 owners of this LLC. It could be you and 1% to your mom. It doesn't matter. But it's either you're by yourself or you have a partner. And that just really changes the tax filing. So I'm going to talk about the first 2 things that you need to do to stay compliant, and they might seem obvious. And this applies to both single and multi-member LLCs. And then I'm going to talk about the difference there, because what I want is for you guys to keep your LLCs legally compliant and to like do it, and so you can focus on your entrepreneurship, right? That's the whole point, is to make money, to use your LLCs as tools to make money and to not spend a lot of time on this. So if you're scouring through YouTube and trying to figure this stuff out, this is the video for my non-resident, foreign-owned LLC owners that want to keep their LLCs legally compliant in 2022. So the first step, without any further ado, is to renew your company with the state. So you probably paid LegalZoom, First Base, or some other company just to register the LLC in the state. And each year you have to pay to renew it. Wyoming LLCs, you basically pay on the year anniversary of when you opened it the first time. Delaware, I think, is May 1st. I think so is Florida LLCs, May 1st. New Mexico, you never renew, but you also, in New Mexico and all the other states, have to renew your registered agent. You need to have an address in the state to keep it legally open. So renewing with the state is important, and you should get an email from the people you paid to renew the company. And I email my clients and I help them with their renewals and doing all the filings and everything. So generally it's kind of started at the beginning of the year. So you should already, right now, if you're watching this in March or February, you should have already gotten these emails and probably already either done it or ignored the email. I'm telling you now, go back to the email and keep it legal in the state. The reason you want it legal in the state is because, first, any bank accounts or anyone who's taking you seriously and looking you up, if they see the company is inactive, they're not going to do business with you. So you have to keep the company active, right? And it also gives you no more legal liability protection if the company is not open. I'm not an attorney, disclaimer, but it's important to keep it open. And it's also going to cost you a couple $100. So that's the first thing. It's pretty easy because someone's going to bother you about it. Number 2, and this is my favorite. This is a new rule. The Corporate Transparency Act was passed like last year, the year before, and it starts on January 1st, 2022. However, they haven't given us any guidance on how to comply with the beneficial ownership disclosures required by Fincen. So this is a Fincen filing requirement, something that we're going to have to file with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, Fincen.gov. It's a U.S. anti-money laundering network. It's a small network, but they do a lot of stuff and they have a lot of power and control. And basically, if there's a company in the US, an LLC, a corporation that's owned more than 25% by a foreign person, you have to disclose it on this Fincen filing with these people. So step 2 is subscribe to my channel, because when they tell us how to do this and we get the guidance from the government, I'm going to make a lot of videos about it. So step 2, subscribe to the channel so that you can learn how to do your Fincen filing when it comes out. Easy step 2. It's for all foreign-owned companies. It's going to be annoying, but it's not a tax thing at all. It's an anti-money laundering thing. So if you're not laundering money, you shouldn't be too scared about this. And if you are still nervous about it, you can schedule a call with me or my team, and the link's in the description below. Now we got the 2 easy ones out of the way. You want to keep your foreign-owned, you want to keep your LLC legally compliant, and that's what this video is about: how to keep your LLC legally compliant in 2022. And step number 3 is the IRS tax filings. And this is where we're going to separate from single member LLCs to multi-member LLCs. So the foreign owned single member LLCs, and I've talked about this a lot, have to complete a pro forma, Form 1120. Pro forma means kind of blank with some other specifications, and attach Form 5472 to that form to disclose any related party transactions. And that would be amounts that you as the owner paid to open or close the company, contributions to fund the account, distributions or payments for services to either yourself or other companies that you own. Any related party transaction has to be disclosed in these forms, and the penalties for not doing this are super high, and the IRS is becoming more and more tight on this type of compliance. So I would recommend doing it correctly. And if you're interested in learning how to do this, I created a course that you can buy. You can find in the description below. It'll teach you how to do the forms, and also we'll review them after you're done. And it's you could probably get them done in like 2 hours, 3 hours, and it includes the review. So I encourage you to check that out. If you want to do these forms and you're the only owner of your LLC, if you're Fred in Iceland or if you're Juan in Colombia, it doesn't matter. If you're the only owner of your LLC, then that's what you have to file in addition to the first two things. And once you do all those three things, you're pretty good. I mean, you're good from a you're legally compliant. That's what you have to do to stay legally compliant in 2022. And that's what we're on this video for. So in order to keep your multi-member LLC, two owners, legally compliant in 2022, it's really important to file Form 1065. And this is a partnership tax return. It's different from the foreign-owned single-member LLC. So the foreign-owned single-member LLC filing is due on April 15th of the year after. So the year runs from January 1st of 2021 to December 31st of 2022. And the foreign-owned single-member LLCs have to file their 5472 by April 15th. And the foreign-owned multi-member LLC have until March 15th to either ask for a 6-month extension, which is allowed for both forms. You can ask for a 6-month extension or to file the return. The foreign-owned multi-member LLC Form 1065 will include the financial statements, the profit and loss. You have to answer questions. You have to fill out a balance sheet, and you have to report who the owners are and how much money of the profits is attributable to them. I also have a course instructing how to do this. It's 2 hours long, and it also includes a free review. So if you are interested in doing this yourself in a couple hours, knocking it out in a day without worrying too much and then having someone review it for you and help you get it filed, then you should check out the course. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I go into great detail. And again, this is for anyone who's a foreign-owned multi-member LLC who is doing e-com, digital service, internet work, which is a lot of you. I know there's a lot of you out there. And I hope you're finding this video helpful, because it's my goal for you to keep your company legally compliant. Because it's how to keep your LLC legally compliant is the title of this video. And that's what I'm here to talk about. So if you have any other questions, if you need help with these forms, we do it. We have courses on how to do it. There's a lot of information in the description below. If you're not sure if you want to do it, just subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. And in the end, in conclusion, I want to help entrepreneurs be successful. I want you to sell more. I want you to spend more time growing your business. And I want to make this compliance stuff as easy as possible. I've been blessed to fall into this entrepreneurship thing, and I love being an entrepreneur. And I also like being a tax expert. It gets me the opportunity to meet a lot of people. And I'm here on YouTube sharing this information. I'm one of the only guys here talking just to foreign-owned LLC owners. Okay? So subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Contact us if you have questions. Check out the courses. And that's what you need to do to keep your LLC legally compliant in 2022. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.